Hello again, everybody. War Eagle Rod Bramlett along with Stan White on set now. National Signing Day 2016 as we put a wrap on things with head football coach Gus Malzahn. Coach, thanks for joining us. And by all accounts, a successful day, very little drama.
Yeah.
And boy, it seemed like you met all the needs you were hoping to meet.
You know, we really did. First of all, just like to thank our staff. I mean, they did a wonderful job, you know, especially through the transition of losing 3 coaches, and to put this class right here together. I mean, they did a super job, and you're exactly right. We did meet our needs. I mean, we really felt like, you know, we needed to get our defensive line for the future built, and we think we got the best defensive line class in all of college. So that's exciting, and to build that foundation. Then we needed playmakers at receiver. You know, we wanted bigger guys to replace the guys that left, and guys that could do something with the ball once they caught it. And so we're very excited. We think we got a great receiving group too.
We talked about that during our broadcast. Is let's not forget that you lost 3 coaches on the defensive side of the ball, but you maintained, to our knowledge, every recruit you were going after, and you talked about that a little bit. You went after the defensive line was a big fill, and you got who you wanted. And so talk about the job that the new staff plus Rodney Garner contributing to as well.
Well, first of all, it starts with Rodney Garner. I mean, keeping that thing together. When we didn't have a defensive coordinator, we didn't have a defensive back coach, he did a great job with that. And then the new coaches coming in, they hit the ground running. They really worked together. You know, it was a thing of beauty to watch, and it's going to be great for the future.
Let's back up to those 9 early enrollees. You were telling us yesterday, huge class of early enrollees at a great advantage now because they have been here, and you expect every single one of them to have an impact.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, I think it's a big advantage for those guys to be here. They've already hit the ground running. They're off to a good start. They're excited about spring ball. Give us a chance to work with them and develop that foundation so when we get to fall camp, they're ready to go.
Flip over to the offensive side of the ball now, and I don't remember a time where you signed 4 of the top wide receivers, not only in the South but in the country.
Yeah.
And you said something that was interesting. You've been recruiting these kids for 2 or 3 years now, so that tells you it's been a successful day. That's rare that happens.
There's no doubt. I mean, you look at all these guys that have these rankings, and this guy's first, this guy. For us, those guys were first, and it takes you all the way back to 2 years ago. I mean, it's pretty unique, and it's pretty rare that you actually, okay, that's the guy I want, that's the guy I want, and you get them. And those were our number 1 guys, and that's what I'm excited about. And, you know, we got some true impact players.
And you talk about these guys that you've targeted, and you get in, and we say, well, there was very little drama, very few surprises. It all goes back to those relationships, doesn't it?
It really does. When you have a chance to develop relationships over a 2-year period, they know everything about you, you know them, and you feel good about it. When they tell you something, you feel good about it, and that's the way it felt. And there was a few guys, you know, like Prince Salmons, we got on kind of late, but we did know him before. He had been on campus before. Herb Hand had a relationship with him before, and he told me late last night, but that was really about, as far as drama goes, that was probably the closest thing to it.
It was a smaller offensive line class because you signed such a big class last year. You had a transfer in as well. But looking at a guy like Rodarius Ham, first of all, I love the name. I mean, you kind of have that kind of name.
That's an offensive line name.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, but this guy, watching his film, I mean, he's a finisher. I mean, he likes to pancake blocks. Talk a little bit about him.
Well, first of all, he's an athlete. I mean, he's a good basketball player. He's got the body that could play guard, but he also could play tackle with some really long arms. So he's going to give us a lot of flexibility, but he's somebody we're very excited about.
When you look at the group of receivers that you signed, break it down for us in terms of, you know, just personality. What the big almost all of them big targets for you.
Yeah, they're big bodies. Of course, you know, we lost Ricardo and lost Melvin, so we felt like we needed some bigger bodies. We felt like we needed some guys that could run. And all 4 of these guys can run. They're all big bodies. They can do stuff with the ball after they catch it, and that was something that's important. And, you know, they're playmakers, and you need playmakers, and so they're going to give us a lift, and we expect all 4 of them to have a chance to be on the field early.
Looking at the quarterback situation, you got John Franklin III, who's already here.
Yeah.
Of course, you got a few quarterbacks here already that's got some playing time under their belt. You get Woody Barrett in. Talk about your new guys. So John Franklin, he's more of a Nick Marshall type of runner, and then Woody Barrett, a bigger guy, got a not maybe the size of Cam Newton, but a bigger body type of quarterback as well. Talk a little bit about those two.
Yeah, John Franklin, he's got world-class speed. I mean, he can really run. He throws the ball well too. Woody's a guy that we started recruiting 3 years ago. I mean, he was the guy that we wanted. So Coach Lashley did a great job with him. I mean, and he was very loyal to us. I mean, everybody in the country was wanting the guy, and he hung in there. He didn't take visits. He really understood that being a quarterback in a class, it comes with a responsibility of keeping everything together. He did that. He's got a chance to be a phenomenal player, you know, as well as John does.
You know, we don't have time to go down the whole list, but I do want you to talk about one guy in particular, Landon Rice at tight end.
Yeah, Landon, he's old school. I mean, he's our kind of guy. I mean, you know, we needed tight end. We didn't really have that guy last year, and he's going to have a chance to be on the field early. He's a tough guy, and he's kind of got that old school to him. He catches the ball well, along with Jalen Harris. Those are two big athletic guys that we think will give us an element that we didn't have last year.
Last guy I want to ask you about is a guy, your running back situation is pretty good.
Yeah.
But you lost Peyton Barber. Best of luck to him in his future. You've got some really good proven guys returning back, but you had a guy in Malik Miller. He, to me, on his video, he looks like a bruiser. He looks like a guy that wants to go ahead and take you on and get that extra couple of yards.
Yeah, Malik is a football player. I mean, that's the bottom line. We've been recruiting him for almost 3 years. I mean, he can run the ball. He likes to block. He's very unselfish. He can catch the ball. He's got wide receiver hands, and so we're very excited about his versatility. He's a very intelligent young man, and you know, he'll hit the ground running in the spring. Looking forward to watching him.
All right, I got to ask you this. The signing day ends, and I know you turn your attention next to A-Day, but do you stop for a moment and just catch your breath a little bit here, Coach? I mean, it's a long grind to get to this point on signing day.
You know, you do. You got to enjoy it. At the same time, I mean, you can't rest. Like I told people, I mean, I probably talked to 50 juniors, you know, throughout the day, and there'll be some we need to talk to tonight, and that's very important. But that's part of the job description, and that's what it is these days. But there is a lot of joy right now. I mean, there's a lot of smiles on our coach's face, a lot of satisfaction that not only we got really talented players, but we got some guys with true character that we've known for a long period of time, and we developed those strong relationships. So it's a good day.
All right, now I know you're going to be Sunday though. I know you're sitting back and watching number one play, or as Auburn people know him as number 2 in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna hit a plane tomorrow night, and I'm going to watch him.
Outstanding.
So I'm excited.
Save my seat for me, right?
Yeah, I'll save a seat for you. I'm looking forward to watching him. I'm very excited for him, and this is his moment now, and we're looking forward to watching him.
It will be. I can't imagine what it's like for you, because you were right beside him when he came here and watched him become. That was the foundation that he built for himself here.
You know, I got a chance to watch him grow, and you know, when I'm watching him, I don't get a chance to watch him a lot. But when I watched that championship game, I mean, it just took me back to 2010. He's dominating the NFL now like he did the SEC, and it looked very familiar. So I'm very excited for him, and I just want to say this: I really appreciate y'all's work today and everyone behind the scenes, and Jason Campbell, Ronnie Brown, everybody that put in the work. It really means a lot to me, and it means a lot to our coaching staff.
Well, as Cassie and the rest of the crew, we just get up here and talk for a while. They really deserve all the credit.
Absolutely. Coach, thank you for your time, and congratulations on the class.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right. Coach Gus Malzahn along with us. For Stan White, I'm Rod Brownlett. Thanks to everyone for watching National Signing Day 2016, presented by Regions, the official bank of the SEC.